Hello and welcome to this episode, and in this episode we discuss about associativity of operators. In the previous episodes we discussed about precedence of operators, that is the order in which operators are evaluated, so which operator has higher precedence than other operators, and this was the order that we discussed in the previous episodes with the examples that I showed you. And here we have the same example, but in this episode, we want to talk about associativity. So let me write it down for you, associativity. So associativity means that how do we evaluate an expression that has operators that they all have the same precedence. For example, in this line in here, you can see that we have addition and subtraction. Both addition and subtraction, they have the same level of precedence, but which one are we supposed to evaluate first? So when it comes to the same level of precedence for operators, then we no more consider the precedence, because the precedence is basically the same for addition and subtraction. Now comes the issue of associativity. Associativity means how to evaluate those operators that have the same level from which direction to which direction. So associativity for these operators, for addition and subtraction, it goes from left to right. So we would always evaluate this expression from left to right. That means 12 first will be added to 4, and the result of this is going to be subtracted by 2. Even though the result would actually be the same even if we start from right to left, but this is how the C programming language will evaluate this expression, and that's how we are supposed to perceive it as well. For example, most of the operators that in here I showed you, they had an associativity of left to right. So we started always from left and we went to right. But the only operator that we had in this example that had a right to left associativity, that was the assignment operator in here. So this assignment operator, it has an associativity of right to left. So let me write it down for you. It has an associativity from right to left. That means that whatever operand that you put on the right side, it will be given to the left side. Now, how do we read this considering the associativity? Since it's right to left, that means that 14 is going to be assigned to result, not that result is going to be assigned to 14. This is very important. You should always consider that 14 is going to be assigned to the result from right to left, because that's the associativity of this assignment operator. Now, this associativity also makes a bit of difference for these other arithmetics operations as well. For example, when we say that, let me write it down in here. When we say 4 divided by 7, here you can see that the associativity is from left to right. That's how we read it. 4 divided by 7, not that 7 divided by 4. Here you can see that associativity makes a difference. 7 divided by 4 or 4 divided by 7, they will produce different results because associativity makes a difference in here. So you have to remember that as well. For example, for addition, associativity might not make a difference in the result. 2 plus 4 might result into 4 plus 2. But that's not the case for division, and that's not the case for subtraction as well. So 4 minus 2 or 2 minus 4 will be different results, and associativity once again makes a difference for these arithmetics operators as well. Later on, we will be discussing about many other operators that they do not follow this left to right associativity. Rather, they will have an associativity of a right to left, and you will see those operators in the coming episodes. So now let's go to my laptop, and I want to show you this associativity property of these operators, especially for this assignment operator on my laptop, and see what type of mistakes we can make while using the assignment operator. So here we are on my laptop. We have defined this variable result to be of type integer. Now we want to assign a value to this variable. We will say a result will be given a value of 14. This is the correct statement that we can use. Now if we try something like this, 14 is going to be given to result. This is not going to work, and this will result into an error because the associativity for the assignment operator is a right from to left. So whatever operand that we provide in here to the right, it will be given to the left, not that left to the right. So this will result into an error. So now if I try to run this program, you can see that I have got an error. This will even make more difference if we have two variables. For example, integer y is equal to 10. And in this line of code, we want to say that y, and in this line of code, we have the y in this side and a result in this side. Now, how do you read this expression, or how do you read this statement? Is the value of y is being given to result, or is the value of result is given to the y? Now we said the associativity is from right to left, and that's why we can say that the value of result is being given to y. Now if I try to print the value of y, that is exactly what we are going to see. The value of y will be the value of a result, which is 14 and not 10. Initially it had a value of 10, but you can see that using the assignment operator and the associativity from right to left, this y has been given the value of 14. Now if I try to execute, you can see it is 14. And that's how associativity makes a difference in C programming language, and I hope this has been informative for you, and I would like to see you in the coming episodes. Stay tuned.